The University of the Philippines Los Baños is known for its prolific, excellent students and academic competence. More than that, it embodies a peaceful green environment, a home of different cultures and communities. However, what seems to be comforting and the home vibe of the campus is just the surface of its rich and remarkable narratives. Are you ready to turn LB upside down? Come with us and let us explore what lies beyond its historical, iconic institutions, masterpieces, and narratives you might never have thought of during your stay.
How far can you go upon taking a stroll inside the campus? Until where can your feet take you? Perhaps one of the most famous bridges in UPLB can tell you how far you can go. You might want or never cross the ever famous yet mysterious The Never Ending Bridge. It is home for this one uncanny lady with a mouth so big that it can reach the ground. Legend also says that if you cross the bridge at night, its enchanted yet wicked residents will make it seem that the bridge never ends. Encounters with them will have you and your car, even that one night ikot with a UPLB jeepney a one hell of a ride, making you drive aimlessly until you meet your demise. As we all know, bridges were built to connect the gaps, to continue the journey. But what if it's the never-ending bridge? Would you still cross it and take the risk?
And now we are here at one of the oldest buildings in UPLB, the Mathematics Building. The Math Building is believed to be shrouded by mystery because there are rumors that many terrible things happened and lie within its rooms. Even before, students are allowed to leave the classroom and excuse themselves if they are going to the comfort room without asking permission from the professor or lecturer. There is this story about a professor who was giving a lecture inside the infamous math building. As he was explaining, one student stood up and walked out of the room. It seems to be pretty normal, not until you know that this student did not use the door to get out of the room. Instead, this creepy student went through the wall to get out of the room. This scenario left the professor and the other students in the room in shock. Since then, the room has been closed and never used for class anymore.
¡No vengas! ¡No vengas! And now we are here at one of the oldest buildings in UPLB. Built in 1932 and named after Professor Charles Fuller Baker, it is the home of the Department of Human Kinetics. But aside from being the venue where PE classes were held, it is known for its horror stories. During World War II, the Japanese army turned it into a concentration camp where they tortured and killed prisoners of war. It left behind memories of the unspeakable terror and horror of the Japanese occupation. Anyone who ventures near the Baker Hall attests to the chills that it brings. Cries and shouts and screams can supposedly be heard from the hall at night. Another story goes that every night a platoon of soldiers march around the hall, and if you happen to see them, don't run. It is said that they will chase after you all night long if you do. I guess it is better to stay away from this building when the sun sets after everything that has been said.
Mystery surrounds what seems to be this harmless statue of mountain goddess Maria Makiling. We all know that Mariang Banga is a work of art and is also a chilling sight to many students. Mariang Banga stands atop a four-column Grecian porch in the university and is depicted carrying a clay pot or a banga, the same banga that many are convinced is enchanted. Many say that if a student sees the jar on top of her head instead of her right hand, that means graduation is delayed. An arguably terrifying thought and sight for any hardworking students. This usually happens before the university's loyalty day. As an offering, if you will, the university typically leaves flower on Mariang Banga's gazebo. Hopefully, this convinced her to keep that banga on her hand and away from her head.
UPLB Men's Residence Hall is a prominent dormitory in the campus. For nearly a century, when it opens its doors for students, many left, but some still remains. Last December 13, the university held a farewell ceremony to the old Unit 1 building of men's dormitory. The said event was full of reminiscing stories, lively and haunted. In the stage, there is an old photo of men's dorm residents way back 1960s. At first, it seems there's nothing wrong until you look at the window of the first floor. Is he a resident who didn't go outside for the photo op? Or is he the resident whom we do not see but use? The men's dorm has silent hours from 10 in the night to 5 in the morning. Many believe that as the visible residents rest, it's the time for the invisible to leave. Numerous stories still haunt the dormitory. Aside from academic requirements that make residents sleepless, some says that there are doppelgangers who mimic the residents. Ghosts who try to open doors during past midnight, and a crying lady in the bathroom whose tears are louder than the shower. The dormitory is a place for the students to live and stay. It is also the place for the invisible to rest and stay. The terrors of the Isko and Iskas do not just extend within the fields of UPLB. There are much bigger challenges outside the university. Who knows? Maybe these challenges are the reasons why stories and memoirs buried for decades resurface through time. Of course, these are only stories of encounters and otherworldly experiences that remind us we are not alone. Hence, let us pay respect to our neighbors, to our co-residents, even those whom we cannot see. For we are here to pursue our dreams and for them to commemorate and protect their homes.